That down.
So here's what not to do, guys. Do not drive off with your jacks down because it kind of ruins them. But luckily, a nice neighbor came out and helped us.
The good news is we'll be able to get it off and rebend it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It bent the bumper too.
May have to take the bolts off here. I think it bent the actual post of the...
To go all the way up.
Yeah.
Well, it's a new day. It's a beautiful morning. The sun is shining and it's warm and the birds are singing. And so we got it to my friend's last night and have the jack bungee cord up there. Bungee cords are our friends. I took the tire cover off and threw it out because it was all shredded. And I did order a new one from Amazon last night. So we did a little ozone machine thing here to try to get the smell of the mothballs out. Oh gosh, don't ever put mothballs in your camper. Everything in this camper smells like mothballs. So we got, it helped a little bit. To me, it kind of smells like a swimming pool now, but the smell is definitely still there. I took curtains down to wash them. I took all the cabinet doors off because I'm going to paint them tan, so they're all at my house. See that pink floor and how it's not pink in the back? That is what I found out on Facebook. That is the adhesive that they use on the floor, and it came up through the vinyl. And this is a 2015. They don't use that adhesive anymore. So I might cover that with a piece of carpet. But the bed's going to be down all the time anyway. But here in the front part, I don't know if I said on the other video, but I'm going to make the bed more narrow. So I have little bench seats there. Right there. I think that was a carbon monoxide detector. Then I have one to replace it already. Oh, and we put a thermometer in the fridge last night. Let's see how cold it got. Oh, it did good. So it is in the safe zone. That you could actually have milk in there. I need to lock that. So we are ready to roll. I am taking it to a friend's house and he's going to give it a safety check and go over everything and fix some things that need to be fixed. Another thing to check, which I didn't think to do, is check the air in the tires. They're supposed to have 50 psi, and I drove 5.5 hours with 25 psi. So definitely don't follow my example. So I put new LED lights in here, but they still don't work, and I think because they're 12 volt and the battery's dead. So doing a walk around, make sure we don't leave any jacks down. This is going to get replaced. I put a new cap on there. It was in the camper. And like I said, bungee cords are our friends. There is my adapter on there for the 4 flat. And I probably will get my car wired for the 7 round one. And I think I'm going to take these off and put a storage box on there because I would get much more use out of that. I can cook with my electric frying pan. And I don't need the propane. I always camp where there's electric, so I don't need the heat. So I think that'll be a better option for me, is to just put a storage thing there. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Okay, we're getting some maintenance done. I'm at my friend's house. He took the jack off because it was tilted and one of the bolts was messed up. So he's working on that. And then the chains had already been cut, but they were too short to reach to the car. So I got these things here. And he cut the chains shorter so I can just hook this to the chains. He also took the jack off for me, and we'll be working on that and see what we figure out on that. Today I decided to start on the cabinet doors. So these are all of the cabinet doors out of the camper except for well, it's not a cabinet door, but I didn't take down the bathroom door because it's so big and I think I just wanted to paint it while it's in place. So I just treated these with Let me show you. This is the brand I'm using. All-in-one paint, Heirloom Traditions all-in-one paint, and this is surface prep. Degreases and deglosses surfaces without sanding. So it's very watery, and you just brush it on, which I did with the foam brush, and then you use like a scrubby thing to, after it sits for a couple minutes, use a scrubby thing to wipe them down, and then use a rag, which I used that old washcloth that I don't like, and you wipe it all down and then let it dry, and then it will be ready for paint. Now the paint that I'm going to use, I think, no, it's not that one. I just have all my paint cans under here as stands, but one of them is the paint that I'm using. It's the same brand, and it's called Oyster, so it's a tan. So this is what's happening today. I will start painting in a little bit. And when I paint things like this, I love to get these little kits at Dollar Tree. So it comes with the 2 plastic gloves that I used. And I think it's I don't know, it's either $1.25 or $1.50 now. But it comes with the 2 rollers. It comes with the little paint tray. And then when I'm done, I can just throw it away and I don't have to worry about cleaning it up. So that's what I like to do for jobs like this. So I will show you the after when they're finished. Okay, I've got the second coat on the cabinet, so they're all done. There's the fabric. That is actually a curtain panel. And then the bed linens will be aqua to bring that color out. These curtains, these particular curtains were used in the Cadet, but this fabric I have used now, this will be the 4th camper. I just really, really love this fabric. And I decided to keep the curtains from the Cadet because the fabric is from Joann's and it also was already discontinued. It's a Waverly fabric, so I'm not able to get any more of it. So I decided to keep it because I just love it so much. So these are the cabinet doors, and then I'm getting ready to go over to the camper now and paint the bathroom door and the front of the drawer in the little kitchen area. The bathroom door was just too big for me to take off, so I'm going to paint it in place.